It's Friday night in Melbourne's outer suburbs and these drone racers are tuning up their machines.
Engines armed. Telemetry lost.
Do you talk back to it?
Sometimes I swear a lot at it, especially when I crash.
Telemetry lost.
We found these young men through the network of drone hobbyists on the internet.
Everything seems to be working, so it'll be ready to race tomorrow.
They've spent hours custom building their own drones, equipping them with onboard cameras.
This is a screen that you can actually see the first-person view of the aircraft.
What type of vision do you usually go for?
If I fly indoors, I usually look for the obstacles. And if I fly outdoors, I just look for some good sceneries.
I've replaced parts here and there. And
where did you get this from?
Tupperware. That's from a $2 shop, essentially. So
it's not your mum's?
No, not my mum's.
They've mostly been flying at empty car parks late at night, but their next race will be held at an abandoned warehouse.
The faster you go, or if you crash, sometimes you'll get a nice adrenaline rush out of it. It's very realistic.
So why do you do it?
It's addictive. Yeah, it's something you can go at. It's like playing a video game, but it's fast, and the more you do it, the more you want to fly it.
After a few final checks, it's time for some pre-race training.
Oh, it always helps to spend a little while. I'll often spend the night before, or even the same day, an hour practicing, because it just gets your reflexes up.
Give him Ireland. That's a bit more open, so we can throttle up. And
no, I reckon the car park.
All right, yeah, car park.
I'm kind of nervous, actually. I'm going to stuff this up. All right. Oh, what's going on? I can't even get lift off.
It's all in the throttle control.
Yeah, so when you reset, hold your
straight
throttle
into
back
the
down.
ground. Hang on.
How about we give you an open area without a roof?
Yeah.
I failed.
For me personally, I like how you can get a bit of speed up and you can get nice big corners that you just take it really smooth around the edge.
Most of the time, the racers fly indoors for the challenge of manoeuvring around tricky obstacles. Outdoors, in open airspace, they're restricted from flying too high or too close to buildings and people. But for these enthusiasts, safety is a priority.
If you see people that aren't part of us, or even anyone out there, just call out people on the field. Let the pilots know they're out and about so we can slow down and just not hit them. We will have a lot of graffiti artists come walking out just suddenly and not give two poos what we're doing.
It's known as FPV racing, or first-person view, because of these goggles which give the racers a drone's eye perspective.
I fly full-size aircraft and I like being up there, but there's no way you would catch me in my glider flying between two trees, because if I get it wrong, I'm going to end up in a coffin. But with something like this, I can go out there and do it. If I get it wrong, worst thing that happens is I need to rebuild the frame. So it gives you this freedom and like that boyhood dream of just doing crazy things. You can do it now in a fun and safe way.
It's like playing a musical instrument or something. You just go into this meditative space and you get this flow on, and that's what it is for me. I'm not particularly competitive, so these guys might get a little bit more competitive than me, but yeah, I'm in it for the fun. And when you're chasing someone, it just looks amazing. You know, you've just got that view and you're all in this space together. It is that whole Star Wars thing.
In Australia, the larger FPV groups gather in Victoria, Queensland and Tasmania at the grassroots level.
On ne présente plus aujourd'hui les multicoptères, plus familièrement appelés.
Overseas, the movement is gaining pace, and some drone racers in Australia are pushing for a more formal competition here.
In the near future, we want to legitimise it a lot more by having official meets that have all the approvals, all the insurance and everything like that, so we can start giving out prizes, start having things televised. Oh, you're about to go number one? Yep. Okay, sweet.
Chad Nowak is one to watch if FPV racing does become a sport in Australia.
We're all armed. We're all good to go. 3, 2, 1, launch! race winner, stand up please, sir. Sorry. Chad came in at first.
And we'll do a quick flip.
His fast and furious moves have earned him a trip to California, where he's being sponsored to compete in the United States National Drone Championships in July. The competition is the first of its kind in the US and approved by America's largest model aircraft sporting body.
Do I think I'm fast? Yes. Do I think I'm the underdog? Yes. I'm going over there to have fun, to meet lots of friends that I know on forums. And look, if I do well, then it's a bonus. But I'm going over there, it's an experience of a lifetime for me.
What's the top prize?
Top prize apparently is $10,000. There is lots of smaller leagues happening all around the world, and they're growing in size. And eventually, they're all going to combine, or there's going to be one entity that is going to dominate, and then that's when you'll have the national championships.
Perhaps one day this subculture might grow into a fully fledged sport, and when it happens, this group is likely to be at the forefront.
It's cool to experience the world differently than anyone has ever been able to experience before. Most pilots have to let the plane take off at an airport, where we can just go down to a park, have a 5-minute flight, enjoy the surroundings and just go, this was cool, and then go somewhere different.